Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and currently I'm standing on railroad tracks here in Rio Grande, New Jersey, because there's something going on that I don't think you realize. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Now, before we get started, as I'm walking down this line here, I just want to go ahead and say that you should never walk on rail lines unless you know the line is A, abandoned, or B, if you have permission. Now, I know that this line is abandoned, and so that's why I'm currently here. And because just recently, you actually weren't even able to get over here because there used to be trees and tall grass and weeds all the way from over here. You can see all the way down the other side of Rio Grande, all the way down to Cold Spring. That's right, you could see that at one point used to be trees down the middle, going this way, and that recently someone went ahead and cut it all down. Now, I know these are things that you probably don't notice, but with me, I notice everything, especially when it comes to trains, because I love trains and I love Wildwood, so it kind of just all works together. And so I used to explore these tracks, and I know that there used to be sometimes trees growing up, big roots and things like that. You can see how the rails are here and there's like trees growing up through it all. They had to clear all of this kind of stuff on this rail to get it to where it's like this. But they cut them down for a reason. And before we get into that reason, let's go with a little bit of a history. As you know, for a very long time, from the 40s up until mid 70s and 80s, these rails were used to bring passengers from Philadelphia or freight all the way down, because this used to be the only way down here. Then, of course, the cars came in, and unfortunately people stopped using the rails, and then eventually they stopped using it for freight, and that's why, like in Wildwood, we don't have that roundabout by 2 Mile Landing. We don't have any trains. They get rid of the train bridges. Now, this track here that I'm currently standing on is owned by New Jersey Transit. And for the past, I want to say 10 years, leased it out to Seashore Lines. Now, if you remember, a long time ago, there used to be a train that would go from all the way down here, Rio Grande, or at Cold Spring, and take you into Cape May, New Jersey. Then after a while, the economy tanked. Then, unfortunately, a lot of these rails and a lot of things were stripped of their goods, and you couldn't really operate on here. Well, Seashore Lines still owns the lease on these lines. Now, let's jump back to last summer. There's this new phenomenon that's been going around, not just in New Jersey, but in New York State, in Colorado, in Utah, where they take old abandoned tracks like this, and they put bikes on top of them. And you can go ahead and tour the entire area on these bikes. You bike it one direction, you flip it, you go back the other way, and it became a big hit last summer. Now, because it started in Cape May, they were only able to go to the train bridge and stop, and then turn around and go back the other way. So that was what, roughly, maybe a little less than 4 miles? But according to their website, they are clearing the track from Cape May all the way over to Rio Grande because they're extending it. That's right. We're going to go ahead and get that here. Now, I don't know if in the beginning they're going to go ahead and offer it all the way to here, but definitely the Cold Spring, and then eventually down to here, depending, I guess, maybe on how many people they have interested in it, or maybe they'll break it down into sections. But I am so excited for this. I've actually never done it before, and I really wanted to. Now, according to their website, they do plan to start opening up mid-April, so hopefully by then you'll be able to go ahead and ride these rails. The prices are, I think it's like $80 per person or something in the realms of that, or maybe it's 1 for $80 and 2 for $120. Look, don't quote me on that. I don't have that on my little sheet here. They went ahead and did such a great job. Like I said before, there was like legitimately trees over here, and now it is all cleared all the way down to Cape May. I'm just excited for them to hopefully get that train bridge turning again. Be cool to go ahead and ride your bikes over that. Anyway, hope you guys learned something new, and thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey, and as always, I'll see you on the beach, or in this case, on the rails. See you later. Bye. Oh, on a side note, as I'm walking back to my car, do you know at Cold Spring how they have that train station? That really cool looking old one. Did you know that actually used to be right over here? And the Rio station on the corner got its name, and of course its Hall of Faming, because of that station that used to be right here. Little things you learn along the way.